As an old and returning player coming back to this game, I have been on a journey learning a bunch of archetypes that I have not been present for, and I just, old support coming back, getting some new support. I've just been learning a bunch of things, and today we actually have a suggestion. This was actually a suggestion for the card art commentary we do, where we break down all of the artwork on the cards, but today I'm going to be learning about them first, and then we are going to be uploading a card art commentary on this, and we're going to be talking about the Eldlich archetype, although there's Golden Lord stuff. I'm not sure what it goes by, but regardless, we're going to be reacting to these cards. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with many YouTube channels. Let's start off with the first one, which I can see is a gold rarity over here, which is pretty cool. We have Eldlich, the Golden Lord, and I already see why this would be cool to do a card art commentary video on, okay? So, this is a zombie card. You can send this card and one spell and trap from your hand to the graveyard. Then target one card in the field, send it to the graveyard. If this card's in your graveyard, you can send one spell or trap you control to the graveyard, add this card to your hand, and then you can special summon one zombie monster from your hand, which you can just do that. And if you do, until the end of your opponent's turn, it gains 1000 attack and defense and cannot be destroyed by card effects. You can only use each effect once per turn. Interesting. I don't know if this archetype's going to have a bunch of cards where it's like, okay, you can send this along with the spell or trap, and the spell and trap card has an effect when you send it to the graveyard, or you can activate them from the graveyard, which I'm sure that we're going to be going through. It's very unique, very cool. I want to gush about the artwork, but the artwork on this card is absolutely phenomenal. And I've always, depending on whether you watch a channel before, guys, I have always been a massive fan of anything zombie related. So starting off pretty strong, let's continue on to the Mad Golden Lord. Oh, the art, man. It looks so good. So this is a 3800 zombie fusion monster. So we need an Eldlich monster and a level 5 or higher zombie monster. This card's name becomes Eldlich the Golden Lord while on the field. Cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. You contribute one zombie monster, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Take control of it, but cannot attack or activate its effects this turn. You can only use this once per turn. Hey, that's phenomenal. It has the built-in protection, and you literally get to take control of your opponent's cards. And again, like I said, if you've been following the channel, you might know I've always been a big fan of things where you just get to use the cards of your opponents. That one, or the War Chariot, I think it's called. The Arcana Force War Chariot, along with things like Creature Swap. I love Treeborn Frog and Enemy Controller. I always think it's a lot more fun playing the game when you are able to use your opponent's cards, so this would be right up my alley, to be honest with you. But we also have another fusion over here, Fallen Angel of the Golden Lord, okay? So it's the same type of thing, except we don't need a level 5 or higher. Must either be fusion summoned or special summoned from your extra deck by attributing one light zombie monster while you have Eldlich the Golden Lord in your field or graveyard. You can only special summon one of these once per turn this way, no matter which method you use. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can special summon one Eldlich monster from your deck, extra deck, or graveyard. Okay, so it's basically just a fodder to get whatever monster that you want, which, depending on how the rest of the archetype goes, I'm not too sure right now whether I can gauge or not this is going to be good, but let's continue on. We also have a continuous spell. Oh, look at this, man. Cursed Eldland, okay? You cannot declare attacks except with zombie monsters. You can only use the effect, each of the following effects once per turn. You can pay 800 life points, add one Eldlich monster or one Golden Land spell and trap card from your deck to your hand. If this card is sent from the spell and trap cards onto the graveyard, you can send one Eldlich monster or one Golden Land spell and trap from your deck to the graveyard. Okay. So there's got to be stuff when those cards end up going to the graveyard. But other than that, I think it's always cool that you can just pay 800 life points and you just get a free spell or trap depending on what that is, and whether, like, whenever you want to use it. I think that's probably going to be an excellent card, to be honest with you. But as we continue on, we have another trap. I don't even know how to pronounce that. El Dorado Elitando? I'm sorry about that, guys. If you control an Eldlich monster, activate one of these effects. Shuffle 3 of your banished, do you say it? Eldlich spells and traps with different names into the deck, and if you do, destroy all cards in the field. All right. Shuffle 3 of your banished Golden Land spells and traps with different names into your deck, and if you do half your opponent's life points, then you gain life points equal to their life points. Whew, that's definitely going to be a tough to, get out there, but it might be worth running just for the sake of that effect. That is a very strong effect. I like the ones like Destiny Hero Dogma, where you could half your opponent's life points. Anyways, we have Elixir of the Black Awakening, okay? Special summon one zombie monster from your hand or deck in defense position, but if you control no Eldlich monsters, you can only special summon Eldlich monsters with this effect. For the rest of this turn after this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters except zombie monsters. You can banish this card from your graveyard, set one Golden Land spell and trap directly from your deck. You can only use this effect once per turn and only that once per turn, okay? So the fact that you get a zombie right out of the gate from your deck is great. But it also has another card effect when it's in the graveyard. You can activate it. So it's like those other things that we were talking about. If you send a spell card to the graveyard, at least it's not like just a -1. You'll still be able to activate its effects. So that seems like it seems like a pretty good card in general, especially with 2 effects. We also have Eldlich of Scarlet Sanguine. Special summon 1 zombie monster from your deck or graveyard, but if you control no Eldlich monsters, you can only special summon Eldlich monsters with this effect. For the rest of this turn after this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters except zombie monsters. You can banish this card from your graveyard, set 1 golden land spell or trap directly from your deck. You can only use this effect once per turn, and only that per turn. Okay. Yeah, the fact that you get one, and there's no level restrictions on it as well. You get a zombie from the grave or the deck. And what I'm learning with this thing is that you can slip these things in with just your regular zombie decks, which I personally love. I'm somebody who has played Skull Servants pretty well. Even before it was even like powerful, I always liked the idea of Skull Servants. I would like play a zombie deck with some Skull Servants in there and then like 1 copy of the King of the Skull Servants. I feel like that you could still use all of these in there, which is pretty cool. You can slip these cards in here and there. So we also have a quick splay, Elixir of White Destiny, okay? Special summon 1 zombie monster from your hand or graveyard, but if you control no Eldlich monsters, you can only special summon Eldlich monsters with this effect. For the rest of this turn after this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters except zombie monsters. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, set 1 golden land spell and trap directly from your deck. You can only use this effect once per turn, and only that per turn. Okay, so it's very similar, and I'm interested to see what the heck these golden land cards are about. And we have, okay, here we have 1 golden land forever. When a spell or trap card or monster effect is activated while you control an Eldlich monster, tribute 1 zombie monster, negate the activation if you do destroy that card. I love that. Spell speed 3, I'm a big fan of counter traps. Big fan of them. So I like this, that it's no matter what. Spell, trap, monster effect, you can get whatever you want with that thing. We also have a continuous trap for the golden land, okay? Oh, dude, the artwork, I can't wait to talk about the artwork for these cards. Special summon this card as a normal monster, Zombie Light level 5, 500, 1800. This card is also still a trap. That if you control Eldlich the Golden Lord, you can destroy 1 face-up card on the field. During the end phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, set 1 Elixir spell or trap directly from your deck. You can only use this effect once per turn, and only that per turn. Okay. So for a golden land card, like we're hyping up all these golden land cards, it's a little bit lackluster over here. But at the same time, I do see how these like work really well together. You constantly like get the picks of like whatever cards that you want to use because of like how you're searching them. So we have another continuous trap over here. Now, Elixir of the Glorious Golden Land. All right. You can pay 800 life points and activate 1 of these effects. Special summon this card as a normal monster, Zombie Light level 10, 1500, 1800. Then, if you control Eldlich the Golden Lord, you can return 1 monster to the field of the hand. Or set 1 of your banished golden land or elixir spells and traps. You can only use this effect once per turn. So that's pretty cool. You either get a monster or you can use the trap effect from it. Even then, if you have the golden lord in the field, you can use it. So far, this deck it's just, I would say, good. Nothing really stands out about it. So we also have Guardian of the Golden Land, okay? Special summon this is a normal monster, Zombie Light level 8, 800, 2500. This card is also still a trap. Then if you control Eldlich of the Golden Lord, you can make the attack of 1 face-up monster in the field become 0. During the end phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, set 1 Elixir spell or trap directly from the deck. So I was also thinking when you need like 3 of these cards out at the same time, it might be a little bit easier to get these Golden Land and Elixir cards out there than initially I thought. And a lot of it revolves around Eldlich the Golden Lord. I'm not sure how well these work together in practice, but I think the cards are just flat out good. Like, I don't know when these came out, but I feel like they would be good somewhere around like, or I don't even know if good, like maybe a little bit before the Hat era, okay? We have another Golden Land trap card over here. Special summon this card as a normal monster, Zombie Light, level 5, 1800, 1500. Then, if you control Eldlich the Golden Lord, you can banish 1 card from either graveyard. During the end phase, you can banish this card from the graveyard, set 1 Elixir spell or trap directly from the deck. You can only use this effect once per turn, and only that per turn. I could also see a world where you have these kind of set up, and then you have like 1 big onslaught at the same time. We also have a continuous spell for the Golden Lands, the 7 cities of the Golden Land. During your main phase, you can fusion, it's the fusion spell. Oh, but a continuous spell? Interesting. You can fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using zombie monsters from your hand or field as a fusion material. If a zombie monster or monsters is special summoned by a card effect, except during the damage step, which is often, you can target 1 set card in the spell and trap card zone. That set card cannot be activated this turn, even if this card leaves the field. I like that. It's very, very interesting to have a fusion material card, or like, a fusion summoning card with a continuous effect at the same time. That's actually very interesting. I wonder how that works in practice. But this entire archetype has been really, really fun to learn about, and I cannot wait to talk about the card art behind all of these cards. But for now, because that video is not out, why don't you check out our card art breakdown on the brand new Yugioh cards. I'd love to have you over there. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Take care, guys.